But what would you say, like, what makes you adulting now? Like, what has confirmed it for you? Like, just the phone calls to your doctor, or is it something else?
I think more like all jokes aside, it's more of like a state of mind. Like when I start to think of myself as an adult, I can almost start to live my life in that way as well. So like you're saying, Chanel, about like making sure you're not only eating sugary stuff and all that stuff and all like the bad things for you, like knowing that okay, maybe I should have broccoli with my dinner tonight or something like that. But then also like time management, which the girls know that I'm horrible at. Zeke, I don't know if you know that I'm bad at this, but it's my weakest thing. And being adult has like forced me to be more responsible with how I spend my days, so like not sleeping in until 2 p.m. anymore on the weekdays because I have to work, and get things done before I go to bed or before the day's over. That for me is like what adulting is. It's like more of a state of mind as it more than like an age thing, because there are people who are like 17 and really have their lives together, and I would consider them adults because they're like doing what they have to do and they're taking care of business and all that stuff. But then there are people who are like in their 30s and still are like not adulting yet. There's no shame, just like I think it happens at different phases for different people.
Hmm. I think adulting isn't about having your shit together, although that's what most people who are adults think they need to have. I think it's more about finding ways to be true to yourself and also find ways to survive at the same time. It's like this scary phase in your life where you don't know what you're doing, but you have to know. And so you're kind of just like trying things and making mistakes along the way.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, being an adult is being able to try new things and also be okay with making mistakes at the same time because it's inevitable. And it's really scary, but at the same time, I think it's more about like overcoming those fears.
Yeah.
So my guidance counselor in high school told us that once you be like you learn how to be a 20-year-old when you're 30, and you learn how to be a 30-year-old when you're 40. Like you're always trying to play
No!
catch up.
Oh,
Don't
don't.
tell Anne Marie this. Do not.
That means we already wasted our youth. Youth is wasted on the young.
What?
Because we didn't know how to be teens, right? Until we became older.
Oh,
Like almost like you didn't make the most use of your time.
Yeah.
That is so
I
true.
didn't get it first, but now it makes sense. Yeah.
I wish I could do my teen years over again. I wasn't crazy enough. I wasn't crazy enough.
What would you do if you could do it again?
I think I would have been less scared to like go out on adventures, like grabbing the car, going to like the beach, or having like that getaway weekend. Like I've seen a lot of my friends doing it that lived in like upstate and stuff. But
Mhm.
like I don't know, I was too cautious. That was the thing.
Mhm.
But I don't think you should regret the way you spent your teen years, because I think if you hadn't spent them a little bit afraid to do those things, then you wouldn't realize now how important it is for you to actually experience those types of things. So I think
Mm.
now you know that you should go out and grab a car or a bicycle, whatever you have in France, and go on like a mini adventure on your own. And you wouldn't have realized how important that is unless you had had those prior experiences.
Mm.
That's true.
And also, you're still
Yeah.
so young, girl.
I know,
23.
but I just would have had more time to do it. Just more craziness. That's it.
We
I
start
don't
now.
regret it. It just
Start today.
yeah.
My
Yeah,
biggest
no, I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now. Just like I wish I just had more time. Like wish I knew more.
I think my biggest fear is like my 20s coming to an end, because I always hear people talking about how much they miss their 20s, and I'm like, I'm in it right now, like I have to make the most of it, but I also don't want to put too much pressure on myself to like do things that I don't know, maybe that I can't afford to do yet, or that I'm not ready to experience in my life. But at the same time, I'm like so nervous that my life will fly by.
I think people always say that, especially once I graduated, I was like, damn, I miss my college years. Like people always regress to their college years. It's like a pretty common uh, theme or stereotype, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I think every time we hit a new decade, it's gonna be like, damn, I wish I spent more time doing whatever in this last decade. No, just experience it now. Do what you can, experience it. And I don't think we should be comparing it to anything else.
Yeah, just like live it as it should be lived.
Yeah. Although it's so hard with COVID right now. It's so difficult.
You know.
I feel like my years are being thrown away.